Alright, let's see if this works. Hopefully you can hear it missing a few times after I hit the button. I don't know if there's any discernible pattern. Anyways, let me run through this area. You'll have to excuse the bad lighting. It's like the middle of the night right now, so I can't use the sun for proper lighting. And let go. Still runs. And let go. And let go. Yeah, let's see if I can't see, sometimes it keeps going for like just a bit more than it should. Most noticeable with run, because there's more distance on it, so the additional time it thinks it's held down is multiplied. Let me just... As you see, everything seems to be running fine. Now when this guy appears, there is noticeable slowdown, the frame rate drops, but this is playable. Jump around and stuff. As you can see, the frame rate drops a bit to, you know, where it flashes in a certain, or frame skips in a certain pattern. That stuff becomes invisible when the fireballs come out, but most of the fight is a lot better than it used to be. Like, I would be able to fight this if this fight was actually winnable, you know? I mean, technically it is. Once you deal enough damage, he'll fly off, but that just takes too long, so... The outcome is the same anyways. And normally it would still be all laggy, but it's not. I'm sitting, running around and jumping just fine. And the frame rate drops a bit more when these steam jets start shooting. But again, it's a hell of a lot better than before. Yeah, like this is probably one of the worst parts just because of all the sprites that are falling. I mean, look at that, all those falling tiles. Unlike this part, I can actually get through it, like without having to try 84,000 times. Whoops. Except for that dumbass mistake right there. I go up, I try to adjust the camera because it keeps falling. Wait for the explosion flying away sequence. Land on the planet. Land on the planet, come on. Try to block that glare. And this is the beginning area that has the rain effect, which is normally slow on this emulator. And like the other thing, this is playable. I can actually run around and like shoot and stuff a lot better than before. It's a lot more fluid. And when I go inside, this is the area that used to run just fine. I don't know if it's going to show up in the video because this camera is only recording, you know, the standard 24 frames per second. But there are screen tearing lines, or cuts I would say, that are visible when moving around. And this area is slightly worse than the previous versions, but on a whole it's much better.